So some other places. These are kind of the last couple of resources I want to show you before we get into our own little example kind of case study that I'll be doing with you all. We have a app. DCPL has an app called the DC Historic Sites, which I always think is kind of helpful too when you're trying to learn more about a historic site. So we have cataloged here every historic site in Washington, D.C. So we have individual entries that you can look at, and we have walking tours that you can also look at. So like Downtown Historic District, again, like I was mentioning, the St. Elizabeth's Hospital. But you can also search up here the site that you're looking for. You can use it as a website as I'm using it right now. We also have a mobile app if you're into that, where you could be doing a walk or like walk around your block or walk around your neighborhood, and you're like, I wonder what historic sites are right around me, and it will locate you and it will show you all the sites that are right in your immediate area, and you can like explore their history more, which I think is very great. So yeah, and you can search. I've looked up Ford's Theater. Each entry has each site has its own entry. It kind of goes into the history of it and stuff. What I also want to point out though is we have historic photos on some of these, and these are great because they can kind of take you to like the specific source where we got it from. But we also offer at the end of the page like a map, official website, sometimes a citation, but also down here related resources, the National Register nomination forms, as I was mentioning. So if you are doing your research on a historic site or a neighborhood, or if your house is in a specific historic district, you can find more information here. Like this could be a good starting place for you, especially if you want to read its nomination form, which can kind of lead you to other great resources. I like to point that out. Okay, I mentioned before the DC Department of Consumer and Regulatory Affairs, DCRA. They have an online database themselves for permits and technical drawings. I will admit, I mean, you might not be able to find everything that you're looking for on the online database, but I highly recommend you try to look on it anyway, because you can find a lot of great stuff. Usually when you're wanting to look at permits, like yes, you can look online through the database, but you can also request to try to find a permit online as well. And the DCRA, they will take those requests and they will pass them to the DC archives, who will look through their documents, like their physical documents, and see if they can find the information that you're looking for, and then you would take the visit to the archives. But for today, I want to show you the database. And again, I have it all here, so don't worry about writing down the URL. This will be available to you. So here is their website. Click here to start the process. I believe for DCRA, you do not need like a login or anything. You can do a quick search. Now, just as I mentioned previously, have that square and that lot number, because this makes the process of looking for permits, whether it be on this database, or if you're going to the microfilm, or you're putting a request in through DCRA for the archives, having the square and the lot number is very helpful. So I'm going to look up square and lot number here. Enter your square number. It takes a sec to load, and then we're going to put. Then it's a drop-down menu for all of the lots that you're going to be trying to look into. So this is my lot number that I am searching. And I'll submit it. Submit it again. Let's see. Okay. So with what I was looking for, it found a book and a paper. So sometimes it'll have like maps, sometimes it'll have surveys. Take a look at it. Take a look through these. Because sometimes you could find a lot of great stuff that was digitized. Again, you might not be able to find everything you're looking for, but again, like just try looking through. You might be able to find a lot of great stuff digitally. And it'll kind of take you down this rabbit hole a little bit, and then it'll kind of take you to the document. I'm not a robot. Let's see what it has. Awesome. So as you can see here, I found a report. It's not historic. It's from 2017. Up here in the corner, it shows the date. But again, I mean, you can find hopefully other like historic resources or historic documentation about what you're trying to research through this, and you can have these documents available to you through this online database for permits and line drawings. So it's really great. Definitely look through it, definitely explore it. Again, it's free and it's open to the public, which is always great. And yeah, so look through that. And then here's like the online, I'll just show it to you quickly. The request form, the DCRA. Find a document or a form, access records, which is the website that we were just on. You can view land records, zoning regulations and guidelines, determination letters. Again, a lot of great online resources are available to us, and they're really fun to explore. Yeah, so you have all this data available to you: historic property, special permit, public user guide, neighborhood notification, things like that. And then the database I had showed you. All right, Recorder of Deeds also has an online database. For this, you do need to have an account, but it's free. So there's no price to it. You just make a username, put your password in, and I will show you this. Let's see. You accept. Okay. Now you want to search public records. All right, so you can do, like I was mentioning, like the square and the lot number. You can do the name of the building. You can do just the square and the lot number. Let's see if the one I just looked up had anything. You can specify what dates you're looking at specifically. Didn't have anything, that's fine. But yeah, so again, make sure you have the square and the lot number. That'll be super helpful to you. Let me try another one. 202. Let's see, you hit search. Here we go. So it'll show you, it goes back in time, like scroll all the way down, you can see like some of the oldest records. Release, trust, deed, that kind of stuff. These are digitized. I believe most of them are, which is great. You can save them. You can email them. You can see just information about like who owned a historic house, who owned a historic site. Go back. Let's see. Well, okay, here we go. Takes a while to load. Okay, so as you saw, like you can find digitized documents, which is great. Over here on the right-hand side, you can either hit all document types, or you can if you're looking for something specific, like a deed or a mortgage or a tax form or something, it'll all be here. So as you can see, the list is very long. But you can also just search for everything. If you're just trying to find anything about or everything about anything, you can just hit that and it will show you all these different resources, all these materials that they have digitized. It's a great free resource. And again, you just need to make an account, but that is not difficult at all. And then you will have access to all of these wonderful resources. One more thing before we go into our little case study example is Smithsonian Open Access. If you're really looking for photographs, if that is what you are interested in, the Smithsonian just recently at the beginning of the year put a ton of resources online, a ton of photographs online specifically. And these are all free, again. And there's quite a few, there's a lot of photographs of like historic Washington, D.C. that you can find. And again, it's free. You can kind of use these for whatever. Open access, they kind of just said, you know, use this for whatever you will like. Of course, you know, you always want to credit who created the image or something, but yeah, it's like totally open to you. It's totally accessible. Takes a little while to load. But they have stuff in their collection. Sometimes they have 3D stuff, which is cool. I mean, I don't think they have any for historic buildings, but it's still a pretty neat feature. And again, yeah, look, all of these historic photographs. You know, if you're looking for a specific site, they might have it here. Or, you know, if you're looking just for street scenes of DC, or if you're looking in a specific neighborhood, like make sure you check Smithsonian Open Access. Again, it's like over 2 million photographs. So, I mean, I think there's something for everybody here that you'll be able to find, hopefully, as you go through. Pictures of trees, the patent office. So yeah, so definitely, you know, check out Smithsonian Open Access if you're specifically trying to find photographs. It's a wonderful free resource, and hopefully it will be of some use to you. All right. So those are all of the databases I wanted to highlight. Again, this PowerPoint is available to you, so if you want to check out a lot of these and start your research with them, just through the, you know, you can visit their websites, but if you're wanting to look at some of the specific things I highlighted, you can just come to the PowerPoint and click it, and it will bring you to where you want to go. So one of my kind of biggest tips for everybody is ask for help. The librarians and the archivists who work in these places, they're the most knowledgeable about what is in their collection. If you're looking for something specific, just ask for help. They're so helpful, they're so nice. Again, like they're doing their own workshops. And they really do want to help you, and they really want to kind of be on this journey with you as you explore the history of DC and of your favorite sites. So here I have some contact information. I believe all these places, you know, you can ask for help. I don't know if they'll be able to get back to you right away with what's going on, but still, you know, why not? If you have a question, make sure you ask them. So I have the DC Public Library, Library of Congress, Historical Society of Washington, DC, and the National Archives. While the Historical Society and the library have like an actual email address, the Library of Congress and the National Archives, they kind of have like tickets that you need to submit. And the Library of Congress is pretty good because it just breaks down specifically like who you want to ask. So if you specifically want to ask somebody in the photography department, you could submit a ticket right there. So it's not like super general. So yeah, make sure you ask for help. They do want to help you.